Hey there, happy almost 2020.
Yay!
We just wanted to give you a quick update on some things God is doing that are really exciting. But first of all, just to thank you for reading our newsletter. Thank you for those of you who give and pray. We cannot do this without you. You are an invaluable part of our team and what God is doing in and through face-to-face ministry. So thank you so much. Yeah. I'm just going to hand it over to Kathy to share some amazing stuff that God's doing in 2020.
Well, if you've read our newsletters at all or followed any social media, you know that there's been some really amazing things that have happened in 2019. And as we move into 2020, there's even greater vision and greater favor that we're looking at and walking into and walking in. And it's really been undeniable to see the hand of God on what we're doing by putting together this centralized resource for all things inner healing and connection with Jesus and helping people understand the fullness of what Jesus represents for us here and now, not just in the sweet by and by someday. And so we're very excited. We're building something that before this has never existed. We have a body of content that nobody else has. And we are stewarding it the best of our ability. And to that end, we have felt that it would be best use of our time and resources to hire out the editing of this to a professional editor who can do it at a fraction of the time that it would take us, especially with the other workload that we're both carrying. And it's out of our wheelhouse, really. And so we just have found the most perfect person. God has identified the perfect person to do this. And he is a wonderful guy who knows this stuff and can get this stuff edited for us, which means we'll be releasing the video in 2020 that we've been releasing in audio only so far through the podcast. We still have 3 months of content for the podcast. We are building toward some really big applications and context for the content. And we would really love to invite you as a year-end opportunity to jump in on the 2019 tax deduction, because Face-to-Face Ministries is a 501c3, to invite you to contribute toward 2 specific projects. One is the editing of the professional editing of the content that we have. That's going to be about $2,500, and that's at a 65% discount. The guy who's doing this, we really want to bless him and give him what he is really worth. And so we'd love to raise more than that toward that, but we definitely need to start off with what we've dealt with. And that actually is only 14 of the interviews that we have, because they fit a specific niche. But we'd love to get the rest of the content done. And so we do need several $1,000s to get that done over the next year, but initially the $2,500 right now. Also, we are traveling yet again. We have 3 trainings that we're doing across the country, but once we get to the other side of the country, we have some more interviews that we're collecting and some more actually some old school fundraising, because we want you to be part of this. We want you to be part of what God is doing on a monthly basis to invest and sow seed consistently. But here we are at the end of the year. And so if all you're wanting to do right now is just jump in for this particular project that we're doing, the travel and the editing project that's coming up in January, we'd love to invite you to do that. How you do that is you go to face2faceministries.org/give. And I think we're going to also send this out newsletter-wise and social-wise. And so we'll include that link in places so you don't miss it. But thank you so much for being part of this. It's really big. It is so much bigger than us, y'all. This thing is so much bigger than us. And we cannot do it without God and without God's people coming around us. So thank you for considering that invitation and for jumping in and being part of what Face-to-Face is doing as we move into 2020 and the vision that it represents.
Yeah. Happy New Year, and thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, guys.